What's Popino? What's Popino? Yeah, I know I've been gone for a couple of days. I've been working on my natural, I'm on the naturals, man. Shout out to St. Louis. I noticed something with St. Louis, though. There's a lot of people in St. Louis that have a lot of natural hair. So you see a lot of dreadlocks, you see a lot of the afros. And I like that, man. It shows more of our culture, more of. That's one thing I can say about this Midwest. I'm learning more about the African American culture. You know what I'm saying? We have a great show lined up today. Just to give you some follow up on some news. Um, in New York City, just 14 hours ago, NY, according to the Washington Post, which is a prominent newspaper, New York police found hundreds packed into a club. It was an illegal fight club, they said, in the Bronx. When deputies from the New York City Sheriff Office broke into a Bronx warehouse late on Saturday, they say they found more than 200 people packed inside, many without masks. Purple and red neon lights bathed empty plastic cups and food containers on the floor. In the center of the room, behind metal barriers, men in boxing gloves threw jabs at each other. A video posted to social media shows a mostly unmasked crowd cheering as two fighters chase each other in the ring. I guess that's the Bronx box fight club thing. So I guess police went up in there and they shut them down for a little while. You know what I'm saying? I got some other mail to read too. I believe in Brooklyn, a 19-year-old got shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he got killed. Hold on one second, party people. Yeah, a female subway conductor was punched in the face in Prospect Park. That could become like a federal crime, but that's definitely a crime. A 17-year-old shot multiple times out of a lobby in the building in Brooklyn last night. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things going on. It's a lot going on. We have to be on point with life, and that's why I have this story. Is there honor amongst thieves? A little story to tell you, all right? Now I work. One of my jobs is in a rough section of St. Louis, and which is the north side. Just to let you know. And as I was reading, not reading, but I was at work, I noticed that I was watching the camera. I was watching the camera. Something that happened the day before, and what I seen the day before was it was showing me a situation that happened. There was this girl. She met somebody in our parking lot, allegedly, and she got. I don't know what was going on, but as she got out the car, another person got out the car. 5 cars pulled up. It looked like a police raid, but it wasn't. 5 cars pulled up. And when the 5 cars pulled out, somebody jumped out the car. When the individual jumped out the car, he commenced to hitting her in the head with a foreign object multiple times. And then she ran, of course, left her car. He ran in the parking lot. She running, and the guy's chasing her. Told you it was 5 cars worth of people. So she makes a running dive into one of the jobs I have, the place where I work at. And she said that he's gonna kill me. So people in the store automatically, they start running all over the place, you know what I'm saying? They thinking it's a robbery or somebody's gonna start shooting. Son, so she runs to some type of safety and the guy explains like, yo, she robbed my house and I can't let that go. You know what I'm saying? So the part that's crazy is that when she ran, and she hit away. He said, like Sue said, I could have shot this shit up or started shooting, but nah. I just want to let her know I can't. I wanted to let her get away with that shit. She was at my house. We'd be outside. We'll respect the establishment, but we're gonna be outside waiting for her. They did ass and sit out there waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? So as people running the exits, doors, and you know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I said honor amongst thieves, because now I'm gonna go into why they got the beef. Duke said that they had stole some clothes together, and after they stole the clothes, he put his portion of the clothes in the house. She ran up in the house, stole the clothes. You know what I'm saying? But what he did was the smooth, I gotta say, because she wasn't innocent, was he act like he didn't know who did it. He just called her and said, yo, somebody robbed my house. Now, I don't know if he had cameras, but most people got houses. Next door neighbor may have a camera. So he got to do to see a car. So he probably seen to a car like, yo, I'm going to line this idiot up. And what happened? They had somebody call her, or whatever the case may be. She went to go sell the clothes, and when she went to go sell the clothes, the goons is there. Now, the ill part about this, right? Shout out to the chat, top of the top. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit's real. That rapper shit is crazy, man. The rapper could be having mad beat. We're gonna touch into that too, man. We're gonna touch into why a lot of these beats be occurring. Like I told you, Shorty robbed Duke house. Duke played dumb. Like he act like he wasn't like it was nothing to him. Like she called her and played stupid. Like, yo, what niggas robbed my house. Boom, 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 boom. Sent the sale to her. Yo, I know somebody want to buy some clothes from you. Boom. You know what I'm saying? When he said this, when I heard the story, I'm like, damn, that's some real shit. He knew the situation happened, played stupid. The case may be, called her little boyfriend. He told her, you should have came outside. You know what I'm saying? She telling him, come get me, because she assuming he's on this gangster shit. Remember, he ain't stupid. There's 3 niggas out. You tell me there's 3 niggas outside waiting for you. I know them niggas is gripped up. Why am I gonna pull up like a fool? You know what I'm saying? You hear me? They mad. So, what happened in the situation is, so what I'm calling the cops. So this is what I mean. When all fails, she knew she wasn't getting out of there. She said, let me call 911. Now, she knew she was wrong for robbing his house. Now, should I say he was right for trying to lay it down? Nah. But you never know where the nigga emotional feelings is at. You don't know. A nigga just felt violated. Robbed my house, you know what I'm saying? So this is where a lot of shit be happening. A lot of these dudes be doing some shit. We be thinking that now these young boys is bugging out or these dudes is bugging out. There's a lot of underhand shit niggas be doing. Niggas be doing the funny style, kick your doors in, rob your house. Niggas that say some slick shit online. Niggas that try to fuck your girl. Niggas that try to, tell you fake drugs. Or type of, niggas do things and then they that's because you don't react and respond to it. They think, oh, I'll get away with it. So a lot of dudes get caught lacking because of that. You know what I'm saying? This is what this. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Tyshawn was popping. Now I just seen this live action on the Thier. I said, yo, that's crazy. I ain't gonna force. She ran like Walter Payton. I actually got away from that shit though, from the foreign object. The foreign object game was crazy. He could have shot. He could have did anything. Hit her in the back, anything, son. But he didn't. He just want her to know, like, you violated. I had to violate you, but I'm not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Left her car running and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the problem with these young niggas. Stop thinking you're gonna do some. You know what I'm saying? Some dumb shit. Yo, Gina was popping. Top of the morning. Good morning. You feel what I'm saying? Now I got some shit to read y'all because where this happened at. Where this happened at. It's in the area called North Grand in St. Louis. It's one of the most violent areas on the north side of St. Louis, actually. Since I've been here, it's been over 40 homicides within a mile. They call it a mile of sorrow. That's what they call it, a mile of sorrow. Now, this is what the people say. It's what the people are saying. There's no war going on. But if you count up the body count on the north side, you might think there was. It's not a blood and crip war. Your Money D was popping. It's not a blood and crip war. It's not a blood and crip war. It's not a block war. It's other shit like robbing somebody's house or violating somebody on the social networks or robbing somebody or what's big out here for some weird reason is carjacking. Man, you might have stole somebody's car. There's some funny shit in somebody's car. You know what I'm saying? You know, the other shit be club shit, niggas popping in the club, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna read some shit to y'all because I'm in a red state, right? They say the red state, where they say 80% of the state is white and 15 to 20% is African Americans. But most of the African Americans are like in St. Louis or Kansas City. Every place else is spurts in the rest of the state of Missouri. So this is actually a Republican state. You know what I'm saying? Now, it goes gun violence in Missouri. Now, Springfield is another part of Missouri, and it goes, has the highest rate of domestic violence in the state of Missouri. And firearms, too, often play a role, you know what I'm saying? So basically in Springfield, where it's more suburban, and more country, and more rural, there's a whole lot of DV shit, you know what I'm saying? But when it come to us, 1 mile of North Grand reveals concentrated levels of violence in St. Louis. So I'm gonna let you know where I'm at. I want to read because it's so sad, man. What's that? Hold on, party people. This is out of the St. Louis Post Dispatch. On a rainy night in late October, blue and red lights reflected off slick pavement on North Grand Boulevard. St. Louis homicide detectives in trench coats inspected a car peppered with bullet holes. Locals huddled nearby in front of a Family Dollar store under hoods and umbrellas with cell phones held out to record. Check on your people, one woman was repeatedly scanning the scene with her phone. Bystanders saw 2 young children taken away from the car inside a 21-year-old father was shot dead. You understand what I'm saying? The bully Gordo, salute. You understand what I'm saying? Dude shot somebody's car up with their kids in the car. 21-year-olds. So who knows whatever he was into? They didn't care. They seen him come. That's what I'm saying. We have to be very mindful of the things that we're doing. It's not just because you're looking at me. There's some of that be happening, but don't say shout out, top of the top. Exactly, Money D. That's crazy. That's depressing. Dudes took and shot the car with the kids inside. That means that you got somebody that mad. But you got to keep in mind, a lot of times this shit be, you done robbed somebody's house or gave somebody some fake drugs, or you done violated somebody's sister, or you done did some shit, and you just think that you can ride around freely because the people don't respond the way you expect them to respond. Like, he don't care about that shit. Some people do care. They just wait to catch you lacking. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is all within a mile. Exactly, reckless endangerment. Nigga shot the car up with the kids inside. Now, I got some more shit, because this shit is real. This is real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, a mass shooting. About a month before a certain person's death, some girl was out with her friends and her boyfriend of 2 years. Willie, whatever, at the Bad Habits Social Club. I remember when that shit happened. Feed the Wolves, King Noble. You know what I'm saying? The couple was regulars at the private club in the same building as Bing Lao. Bing Lao is a famous Chinese restaurant. Yo, millionaire Cali, salute. Bing Lao is on the north side. It's a famous Chinese restaurant. You know what I'm saying? If you've been in the north side of St. Louis, you've been in St. Louis, you heard of Ming Lao on the north side. The couple was regulars at the private club in the same building as Bing Lao was young auto repair. The bar would let patrons smoke and keep drinking past city closing time. Everybody knew each other there, but that night it was packed. Yes, yeah, definitely, salute, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna touch on that too. Everybody knew each other there, but that night it was packed. There were people I never seen before. Jackson went outside. Jackson went outside about 3 a.m. to get his girlfriend a hot dog from a man barbecuing. A few minutes later, she heard shots. All you heard was gunshots and people screaming and knocking over furniture, and everyone ran to where I was at in the back of the club, she said. She hid under a bench until the gunfire stopped. Afterward, Jackson wasn't answering his phone. His girlfriend went outside to a chronic scene of people rushing to their cars. I looked across the street and saw his shoes, she said. She was overtaken by grief and police held her in a patrol vehicle for a short time because she wouldn't stop yelling, asking why he was left to die. He went to go get a hot dog and he got into an argument. I heard about it. He got into an argument with some females actually, and the female came back with the biggest gun in America and shot him up. Rest in peace to him, you know what I'm saying? She wouldn't stop yelling. 5 others were seriously injured inside the mass shooting. Yeah, that was a big gun that night, you know what I'm saying? This is some female shit allegedly. 5 others were seriously injured inside the mass shooting outside the club on North Grand. Top of the morning, was you jacking? That night, including another of McCary's friends who also died of his injuries. So 2 people died. Having an argument outside. Later this month, a man was arrested and charged with first-degree murder in Jackson's death. He was identified through videos recorded at the scene that were posted to social media. Witnesses told police that 2 people got into an argument and the person raised a rifle-style firearm and shot him. Not long after the shooting, decided to move out of her home in St. Louis, and after stray bullets came unfortunately close to her young son's bedroom. They was shooting out there, and bullets came closer, hitting the kids. You know what I'm saying? You numb when you walk into the front door and hear gunshots. You don't jump. You don't flinch. You just walk into your house. I had to get out. There was other shot on the same block. One of the victims was found dead in his car just before 3 a.m. on June. No arrest has been made in that case. Bad habits were shut down by the city for liquor violations this summer. That's crazy. After all the shootings and homicides, they only shut them down because of liquor violations. It's not safe, he said. We caught another case when the 17-year-old was killed in the same corner by Ming Lao one afternoon in 2008 after picking up food at Ming Lao. That day he was killed, posted to social media. I'm just glad to say I made it to 17. He got killed that day. The leadership are making it worse. Just before stopping to greet a neighborhood fixture, the man was dressed in an all-white suit and a red tie as he drove down the sidewalk in a motorized wheelchair, blaring the smooth jazz from the speaker. Chris said he blamed some of the rise in violence on a law passed by the Missouri legislature in 2006 that allows people with no criminal records to carry concealed weapons without having a permit or weapons training. So basically, 2016, they gave them the green light to run around with guns in the state of Missouri. It also has been common. Yeah, it's wild. You know what I'm saying? They're also a common target for city leaders, including the mayor, who believe it's contributed to the violent crime in the city. The problem is that every 17-year-old, 20-year-old got a gun. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Anything 17 and up got guns. So now you got a 17-year-old with a gun who's making grown decisions. But we can't blame them. So you got other 17-year-olds that got guns that's in the army, or 18-year-olds that's becoming cops or becoming correction officers. A lot plays with the play a part to the environment. We have to admit that, but a lot playing a part to the things that people do. You know what I'm saying? We have to be mindful of the things that we do. If we're not being mindful of the things that we do, then this is why we get in these type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Now, the deep part about it is the deep part about it is since I got here last November, over 46 people done died. You know what I'm saying? And we have to, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because they always say black and black crime, and they focus on the black and black crime, but no, the coronavirus is tearing people up in that southern part of the state. Gun violence, they're getting some type of they're feeling the pain that people are feeling in these ghettos. These our violent behaviors, we have to change up. We can't carjack somebody or steal somebody's car and not expect, because now everybody got cameras. There's cameras everywhere. So even if you think you got away with it, if somebody look at the camera, see you or see your car, and then when they catch you lacking for a little bit of money or a little bit of enjoyment, it's like, so let's try to prevent those things from happening. Even with the rap cat, these young rap cats, they're beefing online and they're doing certain things and saying certain things and not realizing the effect that they're having on people. Some people just react different. Sometimes it don't even be the person you're arguing with. It might be his man or cousin, and that leads to situations. It's definitely getting more violent out here. We have to be smart. We got to be mindful. Now, violence is everywhere. I'm just giving you a piece of. They call us, since I've been here, they're saying 46 people that died within a mile. Let's talk about Brownsville. Let's talk about the South Bronx. We got the same epidemic, right? 250 people didn't die. 300 people didn't die. You got to be close to that in New York City, too. Those numbers didn't pick up with the homicides. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we just thinking that these young boys be bugging. These young boys, you got to think about this. A lot of these young boys grew up in drug addicted houses. They numb. They grew up in fucked up situations, man. So when they brain goes, we on go. You know what I'm saying? It's what happens. It's structure. Definitely here. It's a gun state. You 18-year-old with a gun. You know what I'm saying? The spawn was popping. Real talk, man. And from one of the jobs I work at, is in that murder mile. You know what I'm saying? Mile of sorrow. You know what I'm saying? And it's real, man. These are, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is what somebody said. There's no war going on. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yes, sir. But if you count up the body count on the north side, you might think there was. Now, going back into these young rap cats, a lot of these young rap cats, they are part of these affiliations, these cliques. But a lot of times, like these young rap cats, they do a lot of this beef and stuff. They start doing a lot of weird things. A lot of these beefs be over females. And you see what Young Bird said. The chick that set him up allegedly said Pop Smoke up. They start getting caught up in his lifestyles and chasing the same females that other dudes is chasing, and they got a point to prove, and that causes issues. I mean, sometimes you have to create your own lane, man. You can't do what everybody else is doing, man. What works for one person may not work for you in these deadly streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Because unless you're gonna walk around on point, I heard that the kid from Texas, he was running. I don't know if he's gonna run and go get his gun or what, but like if you think you have beef, you better keep that thing on you. So now you're running to go get your thing, and these dudes do whatever, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Then you got son that was in Atlanta that popped on son, and he probably never thought in a million years that son is, that he will get shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy right now. Think about this. You get into an argument with somebody, and somebody just shoots you. Cause they feel they can. Definitely in these states where they got gun laws that protect you, and at least you have a fight. You know what I'm saying? Before you blow trial. Like, yo, I'm trying to defend myself. And if you can prove that, then you beat the case. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You got, I remember one day, right, when I was at work. Across the street from I worked at, there's one guy who's a security guard for a dollar store, whatever the case may be. He slapped some girl, slapped her, bum. Security guy was security. He slapped her. I guess he had words or who knows what happened, but he slapped. He put his bare hands on her, boom. See, people be underestimating people, right? Now this girl might have been on drugs. Who knows what she was on? But he slapped the way he thought she wasn't shit. An hour later, some dude hit the corner, killed him. You know what I'm saying? Came right to the spot, blew him and shot her in the face 3 times. Bang, bang, bang. Walked up out of there. Slapped my girl. We don't know if that was the guy's girlfriend, could have been the guy's mom's. Again, we have to stop assuming. You know what I'm saying? We be doing shit. And now look, the security guy, he has a security job. He's got boys who fuck you, bitch. You ain't shit because in the neighborhood, he slaps her. Bang. He slapped her. 5 minutes later, no, 2 hours later, somebody came through and bodied him. No mask or nothing. Yo, what's up? Bang, bang, bang. Not the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be mindful. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? You never know who loves who. You never know. I see a lot. That's one thing I noticed about this Midwest thing, is that a lot of dudes are attached to their family. You see thug niggas running around with their aunts, their grandmothers, you know what I'm saying, their moms. They go shopping gripped up. Like, I got me my mom to the supermarket. You see a lot of that shit here. Like, I see it more here than I see in New York. You know what I'm saying? Where people are physically, like you see niggas, dudes gripped up, taking their mother to the like to the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? So you violate somebody's mom's or aunt because you think you might assume she's doing some type of drug or she don't look the way you think she's supposed to look. These dudes will come back and smoke you. You know what I'm saying? This is real talk since I've been here. Another time since I've been here, I seen this guy. I'm at the bus stop. Duke mushed his chick. She was, you think it's two customers beefing with each other. He mushed her. Yo, she turned around, did some hoppa holla. Yo, you seen like 3 cars pull up. Duke was on a million miles. I don't know what happened to him, but he was on the run. Never know who love who, man. You just never know, man. You never know. That might have been the aunt that, no matter how high she got, she made sure you ate. You know what I'm saying? Or that uncle might have been the one that when mama love was fucked up. Because most of us grew up in, some type of drugs in our house. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us that didn't, I definitely, I bless you niggas, I salute you niggas, but most of us grew up with some type of addict in the household. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol, drugs. You just gotta deal with the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some was functional and some was dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the game went. That's how life went. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these young boys, they growing up under the same conditions. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about that. Most of us, we might have had a functioning addict in our household, or we might have had a dysfunctional addict. Imagine these young niggas that's running around. They young and they parents is young. Think about most of the parents. I'm 47. There's a bunch of people that's 47. That's grandparents. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine that. You know what I'm saying? So they kids is caught up in this culture of weed, Molly, Oxy, blasting music all night and guns on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, let me read it again. It's not gang violence. This is really not. There might be here and there neighborhood shit, personal, old school shit, but most of this shit is fuck shit happening. You know what I'm saying? And people die because people ain't reacting no more. A lot of people, you know, we grew up in a generation where we cared because we played tag, we played wiffle ball, we played double dutch, we played skellies. So we was really human. You know what I'm saying? Rap music wasn't our source. Rap music, we played into that. We helped create that. We helped create the whole movements of graffiti, b-boying, breakdancing, the music, the DJing, just supporting the sound. These guys really live in hip hop. When the last time you seen some young boys playing skellies? You know what I'm saying? Every time they say they love each other when there's some type of craziness going on. You know what I'm saying? At this point, the rest in peace joints be like, yo, son, I'm going to get shot on Thursday. So if I don't make it, my nigga, get the flowers ready. And I definitely need the mow. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying? It's a different time. So a lot of these guys they don't have what they call it, no heart. You know what I'm saying? They're a little more ruthless. Because we care. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it be. Like, yo, son, it's Tuesday night. I might die on Friday or on Saturday. God forbid, but if I do, son, get the mules together, get the candles together. I definitely need like a fitted, you know what I'm saying? The fitted gonna look good in the but my mom's only got 800, and I know it costs like 10 racks, so I'm gonna have to rob something to make sure we got the 10,000. But definitely it's getting to that point, man. So we have to understand the plight of the youth. We have to get them to learn to care about something. Most of them, they don't care because what they've grown up in, most of them. If they don't know what love is, I told you, we only know what love is because we grew up in a generation that has some type of love, a family gathering, a Thanksgiving dinner, I got you skellies, jump rope, tweet lily, and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? We had all that. Menudo, shout out to East Harlem, the whole East Side, riding bikes. Think about it. When we rode bikes, we really rode bikes to have fun. Exactly. When we rode bikes to have fun. Now when you see 5 young cats on the bike, you're assuming that they're going to shoot a block up or they're going to rob something. You know what I'm saying? That's how the game changed. The world has changed. It's not gang culture. It's just the culture they live in. These niggas is heartless. Think about this. You know what I'm saying? I told you, most of us lived with addicts or some type of functional addicts. So, you know, it is what it is. And the reason why I say there's no honor amongst thieves, because if me and you rob something together, you know what I'm saying? You have to worry about me throwing a gun in your face. But if I do, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be like, is this part of the game? Like I tell dudes I get caught stealing, one of my jobs is that. I be like sometimes, like, man, just charge it to the game, man. Why you getting all mad for? There's no honor. You have no honor in what you do. You got caught. So now I'm supposed to call the authorities or I'm supposed to throw you against the wall? Nah, I can't. Know what I'm saying? Respect it. They go, yo, son, respect that. Exactly. Now think about it. We grew up in a generation where we can take a picture with 20 cats and go, we actually love them because of our experiences with them. Like, yo, I played tag with him. Exactly. I played tag with him. We played softball. We went to school together. Now, these young cats, their whole love thing is because I popped mollies with him. Yo, we was in the trap house together. Yo, when my moms were smoking. You know what I'm saying? These dudes is really living the shit that we didn't want to live, bro. We had it bad, but these guys got it worse. You know what I'm saying? So they're heartless. So when somebody violates them, it's 0 to 100 because of their experiences so far in life. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't care. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy what I just said, right? Like, we might care about something, Spawn. Am I right? We might go, man, I'm gonna let that shit go. That shit ain't about nothing. Because we got something that we love, our kids. Most of these dudes don't even love their kids. Look, who shoots somebody's car with their kids in it? You know what I'm saying? And walks away with pride with that shit. Who? I remember this one kid in the Bronx. He had his baby with him walking through the park, and guy kills him with his baby in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you wanted him that bad? You know what I'm saying? And that's because a lot of these guys grow up, they're mad already. They're already upset. By the age of 5 years old, they know what they know all the lyrics. Yeah, son. You know what I'm saying? They know all the lyrics to Future. They know all the the Coco, Genesis. This is at the age of 15. By the time they 14, they most of them got 2 stabbings in a robbery. You know what I'm saying? And they're just advancing. They're hardly because it's a heartless game because of what they grew up in. What I mean about no love is really no love. You know what I'm saying? When somebody dies and it becomes a celebration of rest in peace, and people are shooting up the rest in peace events, that's crazy. When you go to a rest in peace event now, you gotta go gripped up. The dudes is heartless, man. You know what I'm saying? And it plays a part to. It's exactly. It's a sad thing. It's a sad place, and that's why I'm reading this because it's crime and poverty everywhere. And for all y'all that's looking on, that's going, yo, take this information in. It's not a gang problem. Look, you see what I just said? A man goes, there's no gang war going on here. It's demon time. That's a fact. There's no gang war going on. So it's not like it's blood and Crips or folks and Black P Stones and Vice Lords and no, it's a generation of youth or a generation that grew up in some shit called no love. You know what I'm saying? So how we think about doing something before we do it, they're just not there yet. They're not there because they like, fuck that, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But some people, the ones that do care, those are the ones that get caught lacking, the ones that might have had a good mother in the house or a good father or ate every day or took a shower. You can't play with the demons out there. When you say demon time, you cannot play with somebody who doesn't know what love is. It's not about people not caring about going to jail. Some people don't know what love is. They really don't know. You know what I'm saying? We all know them. We all know somebody that we know that their father gone, mother do a type of drug, stepfather in the street. So this little kid, then who knows what they go through physically and psychologically. We ain't talking about that damage. So now we got this in the street, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's just so much shit going on, man, that we have to, as a people, man, we have to deal with realization. Babies is, remember my generation was babies having babies, remember that? You know what I'm saying, you hear me? Babies having babies, even made raps, so babies having babies. It's babies killing babies. But I thought it was just young dumb niggas taking young dumb orders from old dumb niggas. Nah, it's just these niggas is everybody can't be played with, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because you think somebody got their shit together, they have a car and a nice crib, doesn't mean that they got all type of mental damage. How many niggas that we know that we call real niggas that got touched before? How many individuals that we call real ones that's been molested, touched, child abuse, crazy physical abuse? And then we wonder why these dudes fly off the handle. When you're a guy and your stepfather been touching you for the last 15 years and you tell your mother and she flip on you because she love this nigga. So why would you care about anything else? Something as small as that, why would you care about anything else in life? You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes. And that's what's going on and I believe that's and it's weird because they're telling us to vote and vote and vote and vote and vote. They keep saying this, right? And I'm in a red state. I'm in a pure red state that says it's 80% Caucasian. And it's 20% blacks, 15% African Americans. And it's like the 50% is killing each other. You know what I'm saying? But let's understand why. Is it really black on black crime or is this demon time? It's definitely segregated. It's definitely, you have African Americans that got their life together, but they grew up in the suburbs. They live in the southern counties. They live, it's just like New York City. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the ones that's stuck in that hole, the ghetto. Like I told you, they call it murder mile. Between the closest thing to meet a murder mile that from Ming Lao to Family Dollar or North Grand is the closest thing I would say is Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? On Lavone, on Rockaway, salute, Spawn, salute. This is. I have to be. This conversation's gotta happen. So we have to understand before we go call these young niggas young dumb niggas what they've been through when they play. Yo, Spawn, have a good one, man. Have a good day, man. Definitely. Shout out to East Harlem, man. You know, I think, check this out. Boom. Somebody asked me a question, not off topic, but it's a little bit off topic. I'm gonna answer it. Unique knows all parties. He knows Rich Porter's family. He knows AZ. You see, he spoke to AZ on the come home. He spoke to Kevin Childs on the come home. We spoke to Alpo. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying, he just wanted Alpo to give a message about, you know, basically what I got out of that was like, yo, son, I'm not telling dudes to rat. I did what I did. I'm not glorifying it, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Unique for doing that, because a lot of times, as a journalist, we just want to hear the juiciness. We don't want to hear the reality. You know what I'm saying? Yo, wise brim salute. We don't want to hear the reality. And then sometimes you got to get the reality. Yo, I'm living my life. There's just so much I've seen. I did, you know what I'm saying? Poe did 20 years in jail, or whatever the case may be, or 25. And now I'm just living the rest of my life in the street. And I've done things I can't take back. Again, there's no honor amongst thieves. Is there honor amongst thieves? You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? He like, this is what the streets is. Just at the end of the day, this is what it plays out to. Now, I'm gonna tell you a funny story, right? My man, I'm not gonna say his name, man. I remember one day we was on the block, Albany. And my man, he like, this had to be like, we in our 20s. And one day he was flipping on his mom. Wow, curse loud, bitch. I'm like, yo, you flipping your mom's for like that? He said, because all my life, yeah, we can say that. But a lot of these young boys, they raised themselves. A lot of these young boys. See, when we raised ourselves, our backup plan was the drug era. A lot of these young boys, they raising themselves off of larceny, anger, hate. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had a backup plan, you know what I'm saying? Our backup plan was, okay, mom gonna keep smoking crack, daddy gonna come around, I'm gonna take a pack. Them, because how it is now, I'm gonna pick my gun up. I'm gonna carjack somebody. Yo, I've heard about 20 carjackings out here, right? And out of 20 carjackings I heard out here, it's young boys, 17, 16, carjacking. You know what I'm saying? These aren't old dudes. You know what I'm saying? So these young boys, they're raising themselves. They just trying to figure it out, because the drug game ain't the way the drug game is, no matter where you at. It ain't how it used to be where you could post up on the corner with a G-Pack and just flick that shit real fast and get another G-Pack. Now it's, I'm getting my gun. And you know what I'm saying? It plays a part to how we gotta think about it. We had a backup plan. How many people had the ever we had? You know what I'm saying? They don't got that. Not many people could say, yo, unless you in a new town, a new city where drugs is different, and you know what I'm saying? Think about it. Who we knew would do 8 drugs before 8 o'clock in the morning. And I realize this, they do these drugs because these dudes been through so much mental and physical shit. We ain't been through that. Most of us was really drinking beer. Am I right? Most of us was drinking private stock. Most of us was smoking cess weed because we wanted to enjoy it, to have fun. These dudes is medicating themselves because of their mental and physical abuse. When they go home, it's back to the trap. You know what I'm saying? It's back to 20 niggas on my couch. I got these customers. I got to throw these fiends out my house. I'm tired of every time I turn around, nigga knocking on my door to get my mother high. All that shit is mental abuse, man. You tell me that's not mental abuse when you're 14 years old and you see somebody that comes to your mother's house and every time he come to your mother's house, he getting high so they can have sex with her? But when she get high, she can't take care of you and she ain't functioning. Or, you know what I'm saying? Your Mr. McCoy was popping. How many times some of y'all came home from school and y'all came home to the party? Alcohol, music blasting, drugs on the table. How many times we came home to that shit? But we didn't want to deal with the fact of that, like, oh shit, my mom was on drugs, whatever the case may be. How many times we came home to that shit? But again, we had a backup plan. The corners. The corner was most of our backup plan. Yo, let me get it back. Because that's what we felt good about ourselves. No matter how twisted our crib was or our real life was, we was able to create a deceptive lifestyle, right? We buy Uptowns, we buy snorkels, we buy New York fitted game hats, we buy corduroys. We did what we call adult things, 40 belows, because that made us not want to deal with our reality. But we wasn't so mentally and physically abused where we wasn't taking all these drugs. But you don't get it twisted. You had dudes that went through some shit in my era that they was, doing them hard drugs, the angel dust and all the other stuff because of their mental abuse. Some people can't deal with this because you think somebody walking around, you always say, my son crazy, he bugging out for because he done been through some shit in his household. Who gonna come home and go, oh, my stepfather touched me last night. That ain't time of my life. Oh, how many dudes gonna come home and tell you that? Oh, but the guy that was babysitting me did this to me, or my mother used to throw hot water on me. Who's gonna say that? So a lot of dudes held that, and then you go, damn, why somebody son for? Because he had to let, in his brain, nobody's gonna play me or nobody's this, that, and the third. Like I told you, it's different now. These dudes is self-medicating themselves. So you already know that when somebody violate something as simple as stealing the shirt, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's real, man. Or you argue with somebody, they don't care. Demon time, as they say. You know what I'm saying? We have to deal with reality and move away from the deceptive practices of what we think is real and what we think is fake. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us at one point, a lot of us was committing crimes and doing things and didn't have enough money in the stash to bury ourselves. Exactly, misplaced anger. Like I told you, we had so much shit to take our mind off of shit that we was good because you had to go home. Remember, in our generation, you go to your friend's house and get a plate of food. That's where I was from in East Harlem. I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? I had like 8 friends, I go to their house to get some food. If I needed a haircut, I go to my man quick. He should cut his hair. I knew 2 barbers on my block that was cutting hair. So I go over here, boom, boom, boom. If I need a jacket, I go to my man, yo, you don't hold your jacket real fast. Boom. If I needed a, you know what I'm saying? There was so much, but the little things that I needed, I could just get from out the hood that the stress wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then, look at it now. These young boys don't have that. You go on the block now, young boys, they sitting out there, they done been through some shit. Like I told you, how many young boys is mad every time they turn around their mother getting high? Or after the 1st to the 5th, they don't even see mommy. You know what I'm saying? How many times you got young boys looking for their moms because their moms is binging or their father's binging? You haven't seen a nigga in 4 days. Let me go find him. I'm on you in the streets looking for looking for the person that brought you into this world. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that pain. Because all the other shit is just distractions. The gang shit, rap shit. All that, at this point, it's not even a way of life. All that's just a distraction, like you said, misplaced anger. You know what I'm saying? You see what old boy said? There's no gang war going on. It's nothing. So we have to start kicking with this youth. We have to really start speaking to your niece that's quiet too much, or your nephew, or even if you know you have a brother that's doing hard drugs. He got custody of the kids. You know, let me get around the kids. Let me go snatch them up. Let me go get into their head. That's a fact, Money D. That's a fact. We had a community back then, but now we got people popping fentanyl pills. We got, yo, there's crystal meth in the hood now. I thought crystal meth was a road thing. Now it's a city thing. You got dudes that's popping crystal meth. So we don't know, and mind you, they're taking drugs that people, we don't know these chemists what they putting in these drugs. Hell yeah, James Wade was popping. Down low, 44 mag, down low. Nothing but niggas, down low. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And that's where we at, you know what I'm saying? Everything else is just misplaced anger on go 2.0. You know what I'm saying? And this is real shit, because a nigga ain't coming to you. I went to church back in the days, and a nigga say, yo, my mother threw hot water. You're my little cousin, man. I remember my aunt. And my aunt, she used to drink a lot and party. She used to court in the party of it, so she would disappear, let anybody watching kids, the young ones. And my cousin, this lady used to watch my cousin. He was on the show. This happened like in the 80s. And she had a daughter. And this lady had so much anger that she would beat the kids. Like, she'd be whipping them out. Yeah? They start whipping them out, bing, 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 mouths and all that. So, but my aunt would not pay attention because she'll let this lady watch my cousin for like 6 days straight. She'd be gone. So one day, the lady gets, something happened about a cake or bread or something in the refrigerator, and she took my cousin and her own daughter and put them in boiling hot water from the stove. It was in the Bronx, and she put this shit in the bathtub and sat them both in there. My cousin got so much mental, and he got burns all over his body, but the daughter died. And my cousin got like these bad burns on his body. And the crazy part about it was when they finally locked the lady up, they said the lady had mental health issues. So you understand what I'm saying? Look at the things that we do. Well, we would allow a person that we can't tell they got mental health issues to hold our kids, watch our kids for weeks in while we go out and party. This is what these kids is going through. Now my cousin, he's a little off. He has mental issues. Exactly. But you see this, but since you want to run the streets, because my aunt was still young, she goes, I'll take a chance and let her watch my kid. Hit on the nose right there, brother. This is what's going on now. With a parent, I want to go party and hang out with somebody and go, I don't even know you, but you'll watch my kids and I can disappear for 5 days. You don't know what your child's going through for 5 days. This is she killed her own child. And I believe all she got was like 6 years for manslaughter because they said she had mental health issues. So how many of us been watched by people with mental health issues when we was kids? So imagine now. You know what I'm saying? Because our parents want to go to the club still, or want to go to the discotheque, or want to still hang out. How many of our parents? So again, we can't blame. We have to blame the reality of what the kids are into. We have to. So when we hear when we see that these young boys are getting so much money, but they so mad. Exactly. The crazy person, Gina, will never tell you they're crazy. See, a crazy person will never tell you that they're crazy. So we have to understand why these young boys getting all this money, but they're so mad. Because look what they grew up in. Look at 6ix9ine. Right? No, how much millions this kid makes, he's upset that the guy that he loved, the guy that loved him, the guy that took him to school, the guy that came with the Father's Day with him, went to the store one day and got murdered. That kid has not been the same since, because that's probably the only man that ever loved him in his life. Happens to a lot of us, a lot of stories. It's a lot of stories, bro. 6ix9ine ain't the only one, but he's just one. Where, how many of y'all love grandma? Because when you went to grandma's house, mommy had disappeared for 2 months. You all been there. Facts. But in our era, you know, Calvin, in our era, we had money. It was a money era. So we was able to displace our time on them corners. These kids can't. So what they do is they buy guns and they're mad at the world. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. How you gonna tell me something? They join gangs that they don't even follow the rules to these gangs just because they want to be a part of. Because they think it's a distraction. This is what they do. They join these cliques and every rule in the clique, fuck the rules. I'm my own man because when I come home and my mother's still getting high, that affects me. Or my father, I haven't seen that nigga in 20 years, it affects me. A lot of us never had good replacements. How many of us could say we had great stepfathers? My stepfather was a piece of shit. He shot dope, may he rest in peace, and he sold incense to buy drugs. How much inspiring is that? You know what I'm saying? The man shot heroin, sold incense to buy more alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. How many of us, you know what I'm saying, had this? So now, when we sit here and we go, yo, why the youth is bugging? Look what this shit imagine what we went through. Imagine what they're going through. I see when the parents come in the store, talk to their kids that they grown. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Whip your ass. You get it? I be like, God, you talking to the kids like they're grown. 6 years old, you talking to your son crazy. Because anger just gets passed down when it doesn't. Because who gonna go? Let me go see a psychiatrist. Nobody's crazy until they do some crazy shit, right? You know what I'm saying? This was a good live, and this is where I'm going. I'm going to social awareness. You know, I'm talking about the young boy, because the young boys like Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke has so much promising career, man. He shouldn't be dead. He shouldn't be dead. They could have robbed him but not killed him. They could just bust him over the head 5 times. Yeah, exactly. The crack babies. Boom. Anything else in the crack babies is the crack babies growing up in foster homes, and some of them start getting locked up, going to group homes. How many of the crack babies wasn't getting touched or mentally or physically abused? or they got mental issues, or they got short attention spans, or we grew up in an era. A lot of us is hyperactive because our parents were sniffing cocaine before they produced us. Most of us got addictive behavior, but they didn't call it that back then. You know what I'm saying? Um, Facts. This is a good live. I appreciate everybody that came through for this live, man. Cause it's information, man. It's information, man. And when we see people that do certain things, you have to understand that a lot of these guys been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, dudes have been through some shit. It's just that we had distractions. They don't have but so many distractions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you have all the money in the world, but if your mother's still like I remember I was watching this show with Keisha Cole. No matter how happy Keisha Cole was, how much platinum, all the money in the world, it used to hurt her feelings when her mother would relapse on those drugs. Keisha Cole was a mega superstar, remember? In the height of her career, it used to hurt her feelings when she's mentioned how her mom was smoking crack. Look at Tupac. He made a song called Damn Mama. No matter how much money and movies and he was doing, that shit hurt his heart when he found out his mother was smoking crack. He said that shit crushed him. You know what I'm saying? That had to do with the crack. It was just my mom's doing drugs and it's not the same no more. How many of y'all been moved out of neighborhoods because your mother had to go to a drug program and you had to go with her? So when she went to like Brooklyn to Utica, New York, you moved to Utica because your mother went to a program. Not because she had a job offer, but because of a drug program. Then she goes to the drug program and relapse. And now you're a young nigga growing up in a new town and your mother out there smoking all type of drugs and shooting all type of drugs. But I gotta do this live again. Um, Wednesday. Wednesday night, I'm gonna give y'all some. Man, I have part two to this, man. I hope you enjoyed this. If some of y'all would share this, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The, Better than sharing it, let your kids listen to this, man. They gotta learn love. You know what I'm saying? Just teach them love, man. Teach them that there's other options. Teach them. Let's show the kids that you ain't got everything. Everything ain't gotta be 0 to 100. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard out here, man. So Wednesday, I'm gonna see you on Wednesday, man. This is part two, the social awareness. I have some more stories. Shout out to the north side of St. Louis. Rest in peace to everybody that passed away in the north side of St. Louis. Even if they died for reasons of that they've done something, just rest in peace to everybody worldwide, man. You know? So this is a real life, man. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, salute to y'all, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Definitely shout out to Unique, Harlem, East Harlem. If you got a chance, follow. Yo, Gina was popping, peace. Hilltop Music Group, John Doe on IG, DJ Suave 99. They got the Private Life T-shirts. Check out Kid, where they go, spoke, wherever they call themselves. But the PT thing, they got the T-shirts, Private Life on deck. You know, behind the bar was pop, it was pop. You know what I'm saying? 2.0. It's a different game right now. We have to. A lot of these dudes don't know, man. Like I told her, like, we was able to mask our shit. They can't. So with that being said, man, Wednesday we on and pop. I'm gonna promote it. Boom, we on and pop. We back here Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We all been there. Family ain't family no more, bro. When I seen the Wu-Tang story, that shit was real. Like, damn, we all been through it. I was in the shelter before, and all that with Mama Love. You know what I'm saying? Been there. I've been there. I've been there. I was around all this shit. This is the shit that niggas people ain't gonna talk about this because there's a lot of pride and ego that come into play with this. How many of us can our parents just say, I'm tired of you getting high? My man said to his mom, I'm tired. All my life, I've been alive. You just been getting high. No matter how much money son took, no matter how many cars he had, he used to hurt his feelings, go, yo, my fucking mother, man. Where he got to the point where he would tell niggas, yo, stop selling jokes to my moms. So with that being said, man, You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, I'm a Wednesday, we on and popping. Definitely love to my wife, Southern Belle. She definitely got me on this program. She spoke to me about this. There's some things I need to speak about. I think these are real things that we're speaking about. Not me real. Nobody's talking about let me say everything's not fake. But what I'm speaking about is just real, what I feel is real, that we want to hear, you know what I'm saying? But everything else somebody say could be is real too. I don't care because that's not my concern. What anybody else got to say. What I'm speaking about is what I speak about. Shout out to the whole East Side. You know what I'm saying? East Harlem. Shout out, Bullets Gotti, Ice Coleon, Killy Kev. He was using checking it last week. My man Crown TV. Team, you know what I'm saying? The whole Team Smoke. Check out my man Ant and my Lings. They got this podcast they're doing. Check them out. You know, it takes nothing but to show love, man. My man definitely clout chaser. We doing it. My man C Bay. You know what I'm saying? Castellamo Bay. No doubt, no doubt. Definitely salute the, you know what I'm saying, my man Bullets Gotti, man. You know what I'm saying? Cosmo Bay. Kareem Johnson, you know what I'm saying? It's a host of love, man. And they all got a platform that touches a piece of realness. And you take something from it, and then you digest it the way you digest it. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming through. Wednesday, we on and popping. You heard? We on and poppino. You know what I'm saying? We on and popping. Definitely shout out to the whole East Harlem, man. Washington elects. Rest in peace, Ant White. Peace.